In the bustling chaos of Accra, professional hitman Kojo Mensah executes a target in a nightclub. But when his bullet hits the man's chest, a sacred bead tied around Kojo's wrist snaps and rolls into blood. His grandmother's voice echoes in his head. The bead binds your soul to truth. Break it, and you will face both the living and the dead. Fleeing the scene, Kojo sees the dead man's reflection in puddles and mirrors, whispering his name. The first tremors of guilt and haunting begin as he tries to dismiss it as paranoia. In a flashback, young Kojo sits by his grandmother Afua, a priestess, who warns him that their bloodline cannot spill innocent blood without spiritual consequence. Kojo had vowed never to kill outside justice, a vow he has now broken. His crime boss, Kwesi Shark Badayo, praises him for the hit, but Kojo realizes the target wasn't a rival gang leader, as told, but a spiritual activist. Kojo feels betrayed. At home, he hears traditional drums in the distance, though no one else does. He discovers strange symbols painted on his door in white chalk. Kojo wakes to find a broken bead on his pillow, rethreaded by unseen hands. Fear grips him. He locks it away, but it reappears every morning. Desperate, Kojo visits a shrine in Kumasi where a priest warns him, "You killed one who carried the ancestral flame. You must restore balance or drown in shadow." The ritual fails. The priest collapses mid-prayer. Kojo sees blood seeping from his bathroom faucet. The haunting grows physical. His sanity begins to crack. Kwesi Shark orders Kojo to perform another hit, this time on a police informant. Kojo refuses, sensing this will seal his doom. Tension rises between them. Kojo encounters a mysterious child in white, playing with a bead identical to his. The child says, "Your bullet disturbed the ancestors," then disappears. In a haunting dream, Kojo walks through a forest of glowing fireflies, each light a soul he's taken. When he crushes one, his arm burns with an invisible mark. Kojo visits his estranged mother, who reveals that the bead was blessed to protect him from his father's violent lineage, a curse carried by killers. Shark forces Kojo into one last job. During the ambush, Kojo hesitates. The target looks identical to his dead father. The man vanishes mid-shot. Shark accuses Kojo of weakness and sends his men after him. He narrowly escapes with the help of Amma, a nurse with ties to his grandmother's shrine. Amma reveals she's a spiritual messenger, sent by Grandma Afua's spirit to guide him back to redemption. She shows him that the bead carries a path to cleanse his blood oath. Shark puts a bounty on Kojo's head. Both gangsters and spirits now chase him. Kojo must confront his past victims or be consumed by them. Kojo visits the widow of his first kill, confessing and asking forgiveness. The woman spits in his face, but unknowingly frees one of his spiritual chains. His reflection now rots in mirrors, symbolizing his decaying soul. Kojo smashes every mirror in his home. Amma performs a ritual. The bead glows and hums, revealing fragments of Kojo's past and a prophecy. One bullet, one bead, one redemption. The ancestors give Kojo a final chance. He must complete 3 spiritual trials, facing fear, blood, and truth, or his soul will be claimed forever. Kojo travels to a cursed forest in the Volta region. The trees whisper his sins. He must walk through it without firing his gun. He narrowly breaks, but Amma's voice steadies him. He's attacked by faceless spirits wearing masks of his victims. Only when he removes his gun belt do they vanish. Lesson: surrender power. He must cross a river that flows red with blood. In the waters, he sees the faces of his victims begging for release. The river goddess Mamiwata appears. She demands a trade, his gun for his soul's cleansing. Kojo throws the gun into the depths. Kojo faces his greatest fear, himself. The shrine shows him a vision, his father killing Afua in a ritual gone wrong. Kojo's anger blinded him from the truth of his curse. His father appears, not as an enemy, but as a soul seeking forgiveness. Kojo embraces him, ending a generational curse. As the blood moon rises, the spirits relent. Kojo's bead glows again, signaling renewal, but Shark's assassins close in. Kojo and Amma return to the city. Kojo plans to dismantle Shark's empire, not for revenge, but for redemption. The Kumasi priest, once comatose, awakens possessed. He warns Kojo that Shark has allied with a dark cult, the Children of Iron Blood. Amma is kidnapped by Shark's men as bait. Kojo must choose between saving her or completing his ritual. Kojo confronts Shark's lieutenant and realizes he's the man who killed his grandmother years ago. Kojo executes him, but the bullet disappears in midair. Shark performs a ritual using Amma's blood to summon the spirits of Kojo's victims. They rise, half human, half shadow, against him. Kojo fights through his own ghosts to reach Amma. The battle blurs between physical and spiritual realms. Gunfire and ghost fire mix. Kojo's bead begins to crack as he weakens. He must decide whether to save Amma or sacrifice himself to restore balance. Ufua's spirit sings through Amma, guiding Kojo to place the bead inside the heart of a sacred drum to restore its power. Kojo offers his life as atonement. The spirits halt. Amma cries over his still body as the bead pulses between them. The first bullet Kojo ever fired materializes before him. He loads it into his gun, but this time he aims it at the altar, not a man. He fires into the altar. The bead shatters into light, releasing all bound souls. Kojo collapses. Kojo lakes by a riverbank, alive but weak. Amma tells him the cult vanished. Shark was consumed by his own curse. Rain falls for 7 days. The city feels lighter, as if washed of sin. Kojo vows never to take another life. Kojo rebuilds his grandmother's shrine, becoming its new guardian. Amma stays to help him serve others seeking redemption. People come to confess to Kojo, killers, thieves, broken souls. He listens, never judging, seeing himself in all of them. One night, the spirit of his first victim returns, not in anger, but to thank him for freeing his soul. The ancestors forge a new bead on his wrist, not of blood, but of light, symbolizing rebirth. The mysterious child in white returns, now revealed as the spirit of the unborn son of the activist Kojo killed. The child forgives him. Accra begins to change, violence decreases, and whispers spread of the man who cleansed the shadows. Amma sees a vision of new darkness rising, a remnant of the cult seeking revenge. Kojo prepares once more. Kojo trains youth to defend themselves and their spirits, turning assassins into protectors. The Children of Iron Blood resurface, now led by a possessed Kwesi shark, resurrected by rage and ritual. Ghosts and men collide again as Kojo defends the shrine. The battle tears open the veil between worlds. Kojo faces Shark one last time. His gun holds only one bullet, forged from the shattered bead. Kojo whispers a prayer. May this bullet carry peace, not death. He fires, the bullet dissolves into light, destroying Shark's spirit. The battlefield grows silent. Amma cries. Kojo lies still, but his body glows faintly. The Fua and the spirits lift Kojo's soul. They tell him his debt is paid, but his journey continues. Amma throws the new bead into the river, where it floats, shining, a symbol for all who seek forgiveness. Years later, children play by that same river. One finds the bead and wears it, unknowingly beginning a new cycle. The city remembers him as the man who fought the dead, a myth blending truth and spirit. Amma tends the shrine, now the heart of peace in the city. People bring offerings. Bullets turn to beads. At night, Amma hears a familiar voice. Protect the light, Amma. She smiles, knowing Kojo's spirit still watches. In the final scene, the bead glows in a child's hand as the city skyline shines. The story closes with the words, "In every man who sheds blood, the ancestors wait, not to punish, but to remind, Even a bullet can be reborn as a bead.